A 15-year-old girl died following a serious crash just steps away from her home Sunday morning.
And tonight, police are investigating to try and find out what happened.
WSMV's Amber Jayanth brings us the latest.
15-year-old Kinsley Carter was 1 week away from beginning her sophomore year at Station Camp High School. But tragically, the softball standout didn't survive a crash near her home on Windcrest Way and Valencourt.
Yeah, I have kids exactly that age, so I can't imagine what her siblings and parents are going through. It's horrible.
Hendersonville police are still trying to piece together exactly what happened on Sunday morning. As part of their investigation, they have been going door to door to each of these homes, going through their surveillance video to see if it picked up any information as to what happened Sunday morning.
There isn't much traffic along Windcrest Way, and the speed limit is only 25 miles per hour. But Rob Knaby says he often sees drivers going much faster than that.
It has always been a common problem from what I've seen, people going above the posted speed limit. And as a runner, I used to run through these neighborhoods, so it was always a concern. People fight. Every time I had a near miss with getting hit by a car, it's been in a subdivision.
Kinsley's family was too emotional to speak, but her aunt shared a statement saying in part, they want everyone to know that Kinsley was loved by everyone she met, and she cared deeply for her friends and family, and she was amazing at everything she ever attempted. In the meantime, the community has thrown their support behind the family, helping to raise more than $20,000 for medical expenses and funeral costs through their GoFundMe page.
You imagine, I guess, what any parent would imagine, right? I mean, you know, that could be your kid, somebody else's kid. It's just as terrible, though.
Police are asking anyone with information to call Hendersonville Crime Stoppers at 615-594-4113. Amber Jayanth, WSMV4.